Hello everyone and welcome to another match of the 2023 Roulette Rivals World Championship. We are in full swing on the second weekend of the tournament. I think this is day number 9 and somewhere around midday here, at least on the East Coast. It just passed noon there, 6 p.m. in Central European summertime. And we have another match here, one of many matches at the same time, this time between the Rieper 47 and ChannelJoined from Group D. We will start in Colorado, chosen by the Rieper 47, and then we will go to Mendoza, and it's ChannelJoind's pick. The third map will be Haven Island, so not short maps, but only one outside the top big 5, and 2 other maps will be, of course, of the 5 longest maps on the trilogy. And as I make sure that the sounds are set for this match, should be good to go now. 40 more seconds, and this is going to be one of the most interesting matches of the group, at least. This is first seed, the Rieper 47, playing the second seed of Channel. We can talk a bit more about their past performances, but just before we see the first map, Rieper was seeded 4th of the entire community, courtesy of 2 4th place finishes this year in R11 and 12, followed by a 9th place in RR10. And ChannelJoined ranked 16th with 1 9th place in R11, hoping to get through not just group stage here, but score another top 10, the second of his career. First spin is here. 4 targets to mention, and first up is the one with the no target KO restriction. Sean Rhodes, Screwdriver as militia technician, no target KO, I repeat. Penelope Graves is Explosion Accident as the hacker. Ezra Berg must be eliminated with a fiber wire, disguised as the Scarecrow. And Maya Parvati is Explosive Weapon, disguised as one of the militia spec ops. Of course not the point man. Hopefully the sounds are all okay. And hopefully the players are also ready for this match. It's 15 minutes delayed. Apologies for that, my match also started 15 minutes late, and I just couldn't make short work of those last spins in our match against Peck. Of course, also a Group D match there. Channel is the first one to load in, no switch required, so there's the option for the hacker start. And that's what he goes with. And no Penelope isolation whatsoever, nothing with Ezra either. Of course, Ezra is a live kill. And he has made its way, not the shortest way, but a early way to the Scarecrow disguise, and that will be probably, as Gregory says in chat, Ezra dead in 40 seconds, maybe not quite 40 after this routing, but still a very early first kill. And after that, Penelope is out in the open. And the other 2 kills are fairly straightforward. The fact that Sean is no pacification basically doesn't matter here, because the way you isolate him in the shed, it would not only cost time, but cause extra risks there to KO Sean. So I don't expect anyone to even randomly KO him. Channel, after one restart, I think his problems were timing related. Now it's going to be cameras related, but Channel now has... maybe I resend that message, because I think Channel just wanted the fiber wire, which he didn't have, and now he has it from the hidden stash. Rieper, on the other hand, still on his first try, now 105 into his spin, with Penelope down. And of course, Ezra is off the hook. He cannot be eliminated right now, because there is no Scarecrow side there. And yeah, second try is much better for Channel. He is more than likely to get this 5-wire kill, although that will be a peekaboo, which might make it difficult. Channel needs to go the long way around, but I think Ezra will take long enough so Channel can get the kill. I'm not exactly sure who is looking there, and sadly someone is looking there in that spot. Channel tried to save it after the peekaboo, but couldn't. Rieper now a minute 42 in the lead. Rieper also gets his fiber wire. That's for, of course, much later in this spin. We'll just use this last 30 seconds before, of course, the Maya isolation. With her cycle. That's really the most important point in these spins. You want to be there at 2:30 and Channel gets caught while becoming the Scarecrow. It happens quite rarely, not... I don't want to say it never happened, of course it did happen now, but you have to catch a very unlucky part of the cycle of those militia attack to get caught climbing up the tree, but it's another restart by Channel. Rieper is gaining that advantage. Little bump there on Sean. I don't think it's gonna matter a lot, unless he thought that Sean or his guards saw the body. But no, I think it was on the militia tag, judging by the fact that Channel wants to be safer there. Rieper, on the other hand, has isolated Maya, but found himself in quite a situation. I don't see a single breacher in Reaper's inventory, and his hidden stash was the fiber wire. Does Rieper not have a single breaching charge? Or am I just blind and it was in the inventory? I just missed it. There was no breacher, no detonator. The moment I saw it, Channel gets caught again. That would be a really important early kill to get, but doesn't seem to happen for Channel. And I don't know what's gonna happen to Rieper. Everyone is seeing the same thing, right? That Rieper now has to use the Nitro Glycerin. It's not an insta restart, exactly. Just kind of forces Rieper to go the loud route. And trying to confirm everything that I see. 4 items in his inventory, none of them is the breacher. And if the breacher was somewhere on the map, we would at least have the detonator. Rieper with wrong disguise. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for mentioning it to me. I did not see that. That's my apologies. It's my task as well to let the players know of the reaps, but I was late on that, and thanks to Gregory, we can now get the restart on Reaper's side. Should probably be a replan at this point, since I don't know how much he'll be delayed by that, and that's the pause. To probably think about the inventory again, and the breaching charge in particular. Channel tries and gets the kill again and dodges the guard. Okay, I did want to also go back to the vote for a second, because Rieper was confused by, I guess, my message, because I did mention that he killed Elite instead of Tech, and I think the way I intended that message is that it was wrong, because he killed as the Elite and not as the condition was Elite instead of Tech. So we needed to have a little chat about it, but I did see on the replay that he said he did kill as the Elite. So now Channel with the lead, Rieper with no replan though. So I guess we are still going with the Nitro route. It could still be in the briefcase, which you can see on the map. Yeah, now the briefcase, now the breacher is in hand, so I think that was just the only thing missing from the previous round. In Channel now with my isolation at 245. No breacher placed just yet, but I'd be surprised if he also didn't have a breacher. Just needs to start with this isolation of the room quickly, because Sean is here very soon. And the tech is found by the explosive specialist from very far away. It's right through the window, but sort of the very corner of the window. That's quite unlucky. That's wallhack territory type of unlucky. So lots of restarts there, at least on Channel's side. One crucial one on Reaper's side after the drone kill. The Reaper does have a safe approach for this spin. Channel is going for the Scarecrow again. On one hand, it's nice and important to get the live kill out of the way, as in the live kill with actual implication, because of course Sean is also alive, but don't really talk about that kill. But also, there's not a lot of wrong just doing the kill later, since you can always make Ezra return to the basement with the prisoner overdose, and the Scarecrow is quite nearby, so I don't think Reaper is losing too much time there by delaying that kill. Channel insta-combat just cannot nail that tiny spot where you could get away with the fiber wire kill. So now it's back to Reaper, going for the Maya isolation. Screwdriver throw there, ending that chain lure, and now with the reaching charge in hand, it's going to be all good there. Reaper is now the militia technician, so if he gets the kill in this disguise on Sean, it will be all correct. Cannot detonate that, no matter how big and tempting those letters are on our screen. Reaper's not going for the shed right away, but I'm pretty sure that he emptied that, he cleared the room out. Which means that Sean is basically free to take for the next almost 2 minutes. Enough time to grab the Spec Ops disguise, get the Maya kill, which is just a button press away, change back into the technician and get Sean as well. Curious to see how Penelope will be approached. This might be the spin with the 2 breaching charges, and I wanna say that Channel does have 2 breaching charges. I'm not awfully sure about that one for a potential drive-by, but Rieper will have to of course do without it, since Penelope is already isolated. Channel cannot really get to the disguise. So lots of whoosh there. Gets a peekaboo as well. I'm not exactly sure if he's in cover. He just waits out until the other militia tech just turns away. They have a quick short cycle, and now Channel can get that disguise back. 147 for the first kill and can approach Maya as well. Plenty of time, of course. Reaper got the Sean Rose screwdriver kill now again, in the correct disguise, as well as Maya's Spec Ops. So now it's time for the Scarecrow disguise. There will not be even a single or a tiny need for the prisoner overdose, because Ezra naturally walks back to the basement at 5:30. Just sadly, pretty bad timing with those guards. And it's just too suspicious, not 47 himself, but it would be seen if he were taking the disguise chain, but now he's fine. And he should be barely beating Ezra, yeah. Won't go for the foliage behind us in front of the screen, but instead of staying in cover. And Channel could cut away with a lot of early restarts, but if Reaper cannot get this kill and gets into combat, that will be a huge setback for him. Very small whoosh there, making Reaper uncomfortable, but this spot is just fine. Green at the start, green at the end, and it's 3 kills down. Just Hacker as the disguise, the Hacker disguise is what's needed, as well as a propane tank, and I suppose just Just going to shoot the propane, kill Penelope and exit before anyone can get down to the basement. Although lucky for Rieper that he can hide the two bodies here. So once he shoots the propane, everybody here will be either hidden or killed by accident. But of course the quickest way to exit is throwing the propane down these stairs. I think this is where Rieper will stop with Penelope. And then you can just shoot and exit within 10 seconds. It's there's a very small amount of risk by not hiding the last body in the basement. But it's I don't want to say it's negligible, but it should be fairly small. I think Rieper is going back here to take care of him as well. I would just to jack him a little bit away, because he will lure the hacker down these stairs, at least halfway down the stairs. You can see the war room. I think that's what it's called anyway. The tactical center of the house has these two hackers. One of them is lured down. Rieper has the last disguise. Channel overtakes him with the nice drive-by kill in terms of Penelope kills, but that's still just 2 down and 2 to go if I'm correct. No, just Maya needed. This might actually be quite close, but sadly Channel doesn't have the Spec Ops here. Rieper will exit, but we will wait for some part of 45 seconds because Channel has everything set up. If he got the Spec Ops disguise, the exit is just 5 seconds away. But I think sadly the drive-by kill is going to set this one. Tries to lure him, but I think we avoid a photo finish here. And doesn't want to risk it, even though it's a correct disguise and we know that it would be clear, but just too much risk. I am going to give the win right now. Oh, and it would have been red guns anyway. That's very awkward timing. Okay, so quick work on my end. Both Rieper and Channel that Rieper has won Colorado and the score is now 2-0, and Mendoza will be next at, can I do 35 past, sorry. Yes, I can, 35 past the hour. Yeah, I suppose if the final 2 kills were done in different ways, at least with the Spec Ops prepped, then Channel would have been out not long after the drive-by kill. If I were to guess, I think 10, 20, max 30 seconds behind, and Channel with a lot of rips there would have made for a very exciting photo finish. But it wasn't to be for this one. And Rieper, the first seed of Group D, takes the lead. Now it's time for Mendoza though, which is not a map that's been played a lot by Channel, but we can see the other reason why it's probably picked for this match. Of the 4 maps that Channel has played in our history, he has won 2 of them, but one of them against Rieper himself. I wonder if we can find something about this one. Channel has 12 matches. He has started in RR12, and his first ever match was against Rieper. And so was the 5th match was against Rieper. They have played 2 matches against each other. RR10 round 2, where Channel started his career with a Mendoza win against the Rieper, followed by a reverse sweep, but 3 in a row by Rieper. Santa, Bangkok and Chongqing were won by Rieper. And they did have a rematch in round 4 of the next tournament, so not Not even that early in the tournament. I think it was the round of 12. And Rieper got off to a 4-0 lead by taking Colorado and Sapienza. And that's the reason for the Colo pick, no doubt. But then Channel came back with Ambrose and Marrakesh. And Rieper could only win it in a Miami decider with 5 maps. So this is already their third encounter. Of course, they could still meet once or even twice in the KO stages. 1 more minute until the next spin, so I can mention the fact that Rieper has played 1 match in this tournament so far, and that was a 6-0 sweep against Doughboy, one of our rookies in this group. Hokkaido, Santa Fortuna and Mumbai was a... I think Hokkaido wasn't as smooth, but so it was a late night match. I didn't watch it, but I think Santa and Mumbai were quite quick by Rieper. Just a bit of a rusty start there. Still maximum points, 4 maps played, 4 maps won, including this one. And as for ChannelJoined, he has played 2 matches. I'm not sure which one was the first, but he has a 6 against Puck, and he's lost 4-2 to myself.
Prepare yourself. Duel starts in 10 seconds.
So I'm I'm watching this match from the eyes of someone in the same group of them. Which of course always makes it extra interesting, but hopefully interesting for you guys as well. Second spin is here. Don Yates must be eliminated using SMG, disguised as a Sommelier. Tamara Vidal with a silent sniper rifle, disguised as a waiter. 2 quick firearm kills. One you have to bring in, the other one can be stolen from the mercenaries in the villa. And one you can start in, but one you have to obtain. The waiter is the obvious starting disguise here, although it's never too difficult to get. Sommelier will take a bit more time, but curious to see what the order of approaches will be here. I think we are going to see bubblegum strats. I was gonna say that lately we've been seeing more emetic approaches, even from waiter start. Just make Tamara sick and then deal with her later, either in the bathrooms or the area above. But this will be a bubblegum strat for both, and I mean, it's not unlikely that this will be done because a potential snipe is on our hands. At least on Channel's side, I'm curious to see, and I'm hoping to see that one. Rieper will go down and delay Dawn by triggering this competition between Corvo and Cortazar. It's at least another minute that you can spend before getting to Dawn. Drops are enabled in this stream, just but I think everyone knows it, that's why they clicked here, but I wanted to confirm that. Yeah, no comments. Back to the match though. Channel has isolated Dawn, is considering to luring up one of the mercenaries. I think it's a really good approach there to drag Valentin away. He's not even considering the fact that Dawn screamed, lured the outside mercenary up here, and he also has an SMG. So Channel has the disguise but not the method for Tamara, and has the method but not the disguise for Dawn. But I think it's very likely that this briefcase will hold the silent sniper rifle, and there we have it. So Channel can now approach this with a snipe, and it's difficult with a SMG or a pistol, but with a sniper it's a very quick 2 or 7 kill. 1 kill down, and the other one will be the mercenary, Sommelier, for which he will get the mercenary probably. Rieper exiting the hostile area, but he wasn't gonna be seen by that guard anyway. Still kind of feels like Rieper might be in the lead. Depends how long Channel will take grabbing these disguise. Of course, Dawn is isolated, which is a big plus, but same for Rieper in terms of Tamara, and he can do the same snipe. it is a sniper rifle. It's still very likely that it's at least being considered. We cannot hear the conversation anymore. I'm not sure if Don is on the phone right now. Oh, Don is only now sitting down. That's the big perk of the Don delay. Gives you more than an extra minute there. So 1 KO, 1 punch. We will see if the mercenary goes up. Don't think he will, which means that he will have to lure one up. Or jank them. There's always a bit of a chance for a bad head turn, but won't be the case this time. Rieper will get the first kill, but won't have the disguise here for tomorrow. He will have to do some back and forth. And I'm curious what exits will be in play even, because of course Channel's second kill will be done and will be exiting with the car, but Rieper, after killing Tamara, and I don't think that will be a snipe, I think Rieper just grabs the sniper, gets back close to Tamara and gets an easy waiter from nearby. Channel is fine, I was worried about the hostile area there, but he grabs the second disguise and only needs to go back up for Dawn. This could, and it's very likely going to be a photo finish. It's 30 seconds for quick spins like this. But it's very hard for me to guess. I think Rieper is also about a minute away from finishing, and Channel is also a minute away from finishing. And of course, if one of them takes the tango exit, then we will have extra time to see the bodies be found or not. I'm curious if Rieper is going to leave the body here, and he does. So that's a body that could be seen by Diana and her entourage at the... Oh, I don't know if the high 4-minute mark or the high 5-minute mark, but that's not a lot of time. The other body will be found, and if Rieper goes tango, that could decide the match. But I think Rieper has the experience here to just go through the frisk and exit with the car. He will have the first exit in about 10 or 15 seconds if he's taking right, and he's looking right. There's the finish, and Channel is not far from it either. This will be a close photo finish. I'm not exactly sure about the finishing times. Rieper 5:43. We will have a photo finish, but what's the difference? Luckily not super close, but definitely quite close. It's a 10-second difference. Rieper pressed down 10 seconds earlier, map result pending, and we will go into photo finish territory. And I should just go right away. If you don't mind me half mumbling about these, I can also go to the idler, of course, but I at least want to see the loading times there, because this might very well be a first try on both ends. ChannelJoined being 10 seconds behind, I want to see his loading times first. First loading starts at 32:06. And keeps going at 8, 9, 10 seconds. His one load was 10 seconds, but I'm curious to see if he had more loading times. Just going to skip through the VOD, but I think this was the one try from both of them. So if Reaper's load is more than 2 seconds, then we will have this result. I'm okay with sort of spoiling the results here. Of course, sometimes people just go to the idler and reveal it there for extra hype, but I am fine with doing it live. If you guys are fine with me doing it live. So we have Channel, who has loaded for 10 seconds across one load. And we can already hear Rieper. No, it's Channel actually, who's inside the Haven briefing. And for Rieper it is also going to be the one load, no restarts on either side. From 24. And it is going to be 9 seconds. So now I can say it officially that Rieper has loaded for 9 seconds across one load, and Channel has loaded for 10 seconds across one load, which means that Channel catches up by a single second, but Rieper keeps the advantage by 9, which means that he wins the map, and we will go to Haven Island. I also have to write a message about this one, but just needs to find the second player. And we are at, yeah, 48 past the hour is fine. So if it sounds like it makes sense for everyone, then it does sound like an actual finish there. Oh, I suppose I have just lost the second match that I'm supposed to admin cast, Apricot versus Curry, because they moved the match forward by 15 minutes. So we will take a match that's empty, and there are 4 matches, but not a lot of them covered in any way, shape or form. I don't have time to pick matches between maps of this match, so we will figure out it later. In these last 90 seconds, I want to check the group standings. I like to do that after 2 maps at least, so we can see where we are right now and where we will be at after match. This looks correct. Yeah, I was for some reason looking for 8 players, but our group only has 7. Channel is on 8 points after 2 matches, Rieper is on 6 after 1, now he's on 10 points after, I guess, 1 match and 2/3 of 1 match, and has the option to take the lead, which is currently, I guess it's a tie between he and I. Of course, we are also yet to play. We are scheduled to do so on the final weekend, exact time pending, but a lot will happen until then. There's of course Hash and Tish looking to bounce further up the standings. They are off to a good start. And for Peck and Doughboy, hoping for the best. For Peck himself, I think he also said it in chat that the max amount of points that they could get is not a whole lot, but there is still a chance, of course, to advance. That wasn't promising. I was worried that we would get an ad right before the spin arrives, but the spin will arrive.
3, 2, 1. Eliminate target.
Okay, I'll just some confusion about the upcoming 4 matches, but We will take one of them for sure. We have Tyson Williams drowning as lifeguard until now. Until then. Stephen Bradley's Electrocution's Butler. And as a funny quirk of the current system, you can get the NTK, I guess NTKO restriction on the life kill of Fiberwire as well. So it is Fiberwire as Villa Guard, but before the kill, before the Fiberwire kill, you may not specify Ludmilla. So we are starting with the Butler, and we are starting with the Butler grab on ChannelJoined side. I suppose that was the intended part. I know it differently a bit, but Channel gets the Villa staff away with the gramophone and then the Villa Guard away with the throne distraction, so now I think no one looks at him whatsoever. And with the, I guess sometimes lucky, now it's a very simple cheeseburger, gets the way done. And Channel's out of the villa for the first time, but not the last time, because Tyson, the live kill of Tyson as a hostile disguise will definitely take a bit. Rieper will start by emptying this jacuzzi room, where there's technically two ways to drown Tyson, and two ways to use the drown prompt to kill Tyson, to be exact, because you can make him sick and kill him in the toilet, or you can fix the jacuzzi and push his face down into the water channel with the first trip. Steven is in lockdown, still green guns, but Channel is about to lose a lot of time there. And I'm not super sure where Steven will run for Channel. I think the lockdown spot, I was going to say the lockdown spot could be this security room to the right of us, but looks like it's reception for Steven. It is a lockdown strat. It is a sort of intended, no, probably not, but it's not a restart, so still keep going. We'll see where it goes. Rieper actually has done more in the villa. The difference being emptying or clearing out the room with the jacuzzi people. Butler is now found, but will make no difference there. I think even if the Butler goes back up to change disguises in the jacuzzi room, which there is a chance, a not 100% chance, but there's a chance that that could happen. He won't find any bodies there, so it's all good there. No lockdowns for Rieper, and gets a clean seeker shot there. Lifeguard already secured, but that's of course for Tyson. Oh, the lockdown is for Tyson, but even that chaos will be all but a distant memory by the time Rieper gets back to the villa at around the 7-minute mark. That's a difficult seeker shot for Channel, but I think now we can get the angle. His second shot taken there. And the last question is how will Channel deal with Ludmilla then? Because of course there's also a need for one emetic, any emetic for her. That's the emetic syringe, I suppose. It's the very last resort of emetic devices. I could see a grenade or a remote device used, but I really do wonder about how the syringe will be used. That Channel gets caught on cameras. It's one of the more avoidable ones, but I think the time lost on Channel's side is not really because of the cameras, or that won't be a big problem for him compared to this lockdown and the lack of emetics, and the fact that I think Rieper is simply just ahead at the moment. Channel gets the kill, nice and live. Rieper gets the kill after KO though. Makes no difference, of course. Both are, well, not green, because Channel is yellow because of the cameras that he's got caught by, but they're not red, that's the important part. With 2 targets to go. Channel is a bit later, doesn't have as good of an angle on Ludmilla, not that it really matters because there's no seekers remaining for Channel. And there's the actual backup. One that makes even more sense to me, honestly. Poisoning the food for her. We'll make Ludmilla go down to the women's bathroom, but it's honestly not as scary to deal with her in those bathrooms as it seems, because she's never really been looked at by the NPC who enforces him to trespassing. You can easily KO her and then continue with this silent kill. 518, 520 now for Channel, so not long from now Ludmilla will actually taste the food. But this will be kind of tough to deal with. Oh, and he's actually going to restart now. Of course, with the other chef. I don't know if that was Rampart or our own Urban, who spotted 47, but one KO'd and the other one forced the other. So it's big lead for Rieper, who can now get the no KO 5-hour kill, the second one of this spin. And with the jacuzzi room completely empty, we can now see a clear and clean approach. This guy is already in a box for Rieper, I'm pretty sure. Just not the box that I expected it to be, but the other one makes no difference. Channel gets caught by either the butler or the other villa staff. Doesn't change the course of this snap for now, because if Rieper can get this drowning kill, and he has 2 ways to do so, but I don't think he has emetics remaining, so this will be just as simple as using that screwdriver to fix the jacuzzi. So it's not exactly true, because there's at least one emetic device for Rieper. So both options are still there. Rieper could take an early Villa Guard, place the device at the feet of Tyson, which would be quicker. So I think this is plan A for Rieper at least. Doesn't matter that the screwdriver is in Reaper's inventory. Rieper using this, not even new at this point, half-a-year-old strategy to get rid of cameras by throwing an item at them. It actually won't really help him. Yes, that's the spot he really wanted to get in. And now going to throw at the other camera. I think that will be heard by a lot of people, not just one. It's not as bad, I guess. Don't think he will react to this one though. Not as long as he's distracted, just a few seconds of delay. Channel just cannot get this butler grab going. Too many variables there. And someone did eventually come down here for the screwdriver throw. Just wasn't one we were expecting. And now Rieper going to get close to Tyson, who's not enforcing the Villa Guard, luckily. I mean, so I say, it's not exactly the next step in Reaper's plan. Misses the first shot on the camera box. Second one works. Luckily no insta-hunted and no delayed illegal actions. And changes back to the hostile disguise. So now it's only about distracting the last maids there at the top of the stairs, who are kind of not looking at 47, so it will be 2 quick KOs, 2 very important KOs. Still green guns, it's very important. I think that should be all of them. Just trying to think which NPCs would ever see these bodies, but I think if they are just dragged along this corridor, then they're just good forever. If you stay in the map for a very long time and the bodyguard leaves after Tyson dies, he might see those bodies, but I imagine they will be just, or he will be just KO'd after the Tyson kill. Still a nervous wait. You never really like being 9+ minutes into the map, even if it's your first try. But this is not a quick spin by any means of the Haven conditions. I think the currently allowed Haven conditions, drowning is the hardest for Tyson and is arguably harder than the other accidents for the other targets, namely Steven falling object, Steven fall, or even Ludmilla fall. So once this monologue completes, then the bodyguard leaves to guard the room. He's never going to turn towards 47 for the duration of this kill. It's not a perfect way to KO him. There's no good angle on the bodyguard after the kill, but you can also just hope that Reaper exits quickly enough before the bodyguard goes for any world tour. Oh, Tyson sees something on the ground, which I don't know what it would have been. Oh, it's the AR from the corner. It was such a good such good awareness from Reaper to dodge that, and now can get a KO on the bodyguard, and that's all the NPCs down. That's almost feels intentional. I honestly don't know. That was really close for Reaper, but also the best case scenario for the end of this spin, because that's his exit is sky secured. Do not open that door for the life of you. He's gonna go for it anyway. And I don't think he has the keys. He could get it from the room adjacent to this one. And he does get the keys, although I don't know from this point which exit is closer, the seaplane or the speedboat, but he's going speedboat and he's speeding away from this match. First seed beats second seed with a 6-0 sweep. Very likely contender to win this group now. If, of course, Reaper shows the 5-star SA screen. Thank you, Reaper. 6-0 is the final score. And as soon as I make this message, I can wrap up this match. Oh, this is just beautiful. That is four matches showing up with the 15-minute timer. We will look into the next one soon. So Reaper and Channel ends with a 6-0. And I can send it to challenge now. And we can look at the updated standings. I'm not sure I fully understand. My second language is showing their buff, but I am really impressed by both of them, and especially Reaper, of course. He's not a 4th place finisher for nothing from the last 2 tournaments, and it is going to be unlikely for him to finish 4th in this group, but he can very well finish 4th in the whole tournament, or of course even better. Updated standings: Reaper 47, 12 points from 2 matches, that's 2 sweeps so far. Second place for myself, and Channel is on 8 points after playing 3. So that's 2 ahead of Hash and 3 ahead of Tiesh in this 5-player battle there. was a really good match there, but I will have to very quickly move on to showing this beast, which shows 4 matches scheduled right now, and I will either raid one of them, or it's more likely that I will cast and admin one of them, but at least at this point it's probably going to be Doughboy versus Spec, but let's just find out in a few seconds. Thank you everyone for watching, and congrats to Rieper, as well as GG's to ChannelJoined. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys next time.